Boom. It's Sunday. Here we are. Y'all know the rules. I ain't even going to say it. How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Matt's got his hands off in a motor, so
Yep.
he's muted, but we'll cut him a little bit of slack this time.
At least it ain't no reverb from YouTube being playing in the background at the same time.
Yeah, I got no chat, so it's all on y'all.
So far all I see in chat's me, Craig, Peeper, and Polar Bear Ed. Says we got 6 watching.
Yeah, I sent Ed an invite, so I don't know if he got it or not.
Don't know. Yep, just said you went live. My phone just beeped. It's getting a little bit better.
Well, I got bad cell service, so I don't know how long this is going.
I don't know. The stream sounds good, though. It's probably one of the best videos that you've been able to do for a live stream, and you've been mobile for a while.
Well, it's warm enough and cool enough I can sit here with the truck off and the windows down.
Yeah, so you ain't got the noise from the truck. That'll work for a little while. That'll work good for a little while until it gets closer into summertime. Then you ain't gonna be able to do that.
You'll have to have the air rolling. Hello, Ed.
I don't know. Last time I was up here, the snow was freaking 6 feet deep. There ain't no snow to be. There ain't no snow to be seen now.
Dadgum.
Oh, Brad's in here. I gotta go.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. He'll keep us company.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to get some stuff straightened out here.
So we got Low Lid back in the chat.
What's say, Low? I'm just checking on a couple things real quick.
You know what? That's something we haven't discussed, Brad. We have not discussed releasing that video.
Not yet.
And some of us is still not uploaded the right video yet, so I'm probably still in the doghouse because I haven't got that done.
Uh-oh.
I'm on the front.
I can't say anything. I mean, I've got it uploaded. I haven't been to Business Twisted's page to upload it yet.
I ain't saying nothing because I don't know anything.
Hey, Low Lid, when you're done wet sanding over there, we can get some more stuff for you to work on.
Oh, yeah.
There's Lucky.
Lucky.
You can come over here and make freaking stickers.
There's Client. What's going on, Client? Making tracks? Oh, yeah, they finally all starting to roll in here. Lowe said he's got more than he can handle right now. Good gracious.
Guys, we got sticker packs for sale. There's 5 stickers in there. A large one, 2 large or medium-sized ones. A small one and a round one that go on the starter cover. And sell them for $10 a sticker pack. There's 5 stickers in there. The small Engination stickers. And different people have got them around. So if y'all are interested, hit us up.
What you say there, Frogger's Garage?
I said the small Engination pins as well at $5, including the shipping. So if anybody's interested in the small Engination pins, we have those as well.
Yeah, I done got me one, and I hadn't wrote too much with it. I just tried it for a minute. They actually write real good.
We're not making anything off this stuff. We're just recovering what
it costs to get them.
What we've already put out and what it'll cost to do more.
$80 at Tractor Supply. Oh, it don't take long to spend $80 in Tractor Supply. I go in there to buy bolts and all and end up coming out spending about $30. And I buy them by the pound.
And are you in our group box?
Somebody's got a head upside down. Nice.
I guess I'm gonna have to park this damn guy's truck.
Uh-huh.
Another non-backer.
And I don't get it.
That's what you call full-blown steering wheel holders, not truck drivers.
Wow. Simply amazing.
Uh-oh. Lowe said he'd be right back. Something just fell outside.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Puller, how bad did that limb mess up your shop when it fell on it?
That was just a storage shed. It's pushed down enough that I can't get the doors open, and I do see one little hole in the roof.
It bowed it to jam the doors in place, huh?
Yeah, it's an old shed. I'm guessing 15, 20 years old. And I got to call the insurance company tomorrow and make a claim. So
see if they'll replace it, huh?
Yeah, well, I want to see what the consequences of turning the claim in is first. If it's going to raise my rates or anything.
Oh, they're forevermore about raising them rates after you make a claim, even though you pay in every month.
Right. So if they're going to raise the rates and stuff, I'm not going to turn it in. I've been wanting to get rid of that shed for a long time, so I'll just get rid of it and build onto the side of my garage there.
You might be able to unbolt it and I'll take it apart.
It's an old nail together one. It's not even bolted together.
Oh, okay. It's got the wood frame then.
Yeah, it's one of them ones you buy the individual, it's like the truss and sidewall piece and everything all's in one.
Uh-huh.
And then stack them up and then side it. So
Gotcha. Like they used to sell at Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depots or wherever, yeah.
I remember seeing them.
It was here when I bought the house. I mean, it's a nice shape, but it ain't worth raising my rates of my insurance and stuff over.
Yeah.
And I'll go buy one of those.
Bad.
What's that?
I said if it wasn't in too bad a shape, you could possibly get in there and push that spot back up and get the front line back up where the doors are open and just seal that hole with some silicone or something. But if it's that old, it might be better to build a new one.
Well, what I thought about doing is getting in there and getting that tree off there, jacking it up, re-supporting those trusses in there, and then putting steel roofing over top of it.
Yeah.
So
Nate said he'll be on after he gets through with dinner. Zhead Moto Vlogs. What's going on? Go-karts, motorcycles, etc.'s in the house. Heck yeah. So how cold is it up where you're at today, Puller?
I ain't sure exactly what the temperature is. It was in the 40s.
I know I looked as I was coming in a while ago from working on the fat cycle. It's 60 degrees here, which is actually real comfortable.
I'm in Boise, Idaho, and it's 67 right now.
It was warm enough. I went out in the shop and was working and just barely had a little fire in the wood burner, just enough to take the chill off.
Cool.
I started making a new mount for my tablet to film with.
Nice.
Yeah, I built a little holder to so I could use that mirror mount in my truck to actually hold my phone to record while I'm building stuff in my shop. So, and it turned out pretty good.
Cerebral Killer's in here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm making something kind of like what Junkyard made, kind of along that same lines, style holder.
Yeah.
My phone just don't have enough storage to do a lot of video on without having to keep downloading it and stuff. So
Yeah.
I got about 6 gig on my tablet, so I got plenty of room on it. And that's where I do my editing anyway, so it's nice just to have it right there.
Heck yeah.
Guys, if I missed something in the chat there, I apologize. I got a glare on everything in here, and I can't hardly see anything. I did see earlier that Frogger said he wanted a pin, no, Craig.
Yeah, I caught that. I'll have to get with him. I don't know if he's in our Small Engine Nation group box or not.
Yes.
You said he
I guess,
bought.
I guess if I'd have been smart, I'd have been able to show some stickers, but I put them all in envelopes.
I do have to go out and buy a new dryer, though. My dryer took a crap this morning.
Oh, that's always lovely.
That's never fun to deal with.
Yeah.
I can't bitch. The dryer is 18 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, you got a good one.
It's
Yeah.
the BS Small Engines, Cerebral Killer, Polydermans,
Hey, Polly.
off-road mud mowers, Ian Matthews. Good Lord.
Ian Matthews is in here.
Heck yeah.
Ian. Wow. Long time no see.
Has been a while
He was
since
in
I've
it.
seen.
Ian was in here a few weeks ago, David.
He's part of that UK group, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen him over in Udizzy stream yesterday.
Well, we got go-karts and motorcycles and etceteras in here. We've got a new one I saw in here, the Zhead Moto Vlog.
I just subbed him. He seems like he got some pretty cool ride videos and stuff.
You guys that are sub hunting, y'all hit us up Friday nights. We do channel raids. That's where you build your sub count up there.
We got
Hey,
El
Craig,
Camino
you see-
Life over there building his engine back up for his El Camino. And I think he's just setting the second head back on the engine.
Hey, Craig, did you see Trax wants a invite to the video?
I did not see it, but I will gladly add him up in here.
Heck yeah.
That's the hell out
I
of
didn't
it.
pass up an opportunity to look at that fancy pickup he's got.
Yeah, if y'all are interested in sticker packs or pins, y'all can email us at smallenginenation@gmail.com, right, David?
Yes, sir.
Or if you're in the hangout, you can catch one of us in the hangout. 5 stickers, 1 large one, 2 medium large ones, 1 medium one, and a round one for your cover on your starter rope cover. And $10 per sticker pack, and the pins are $5 a piece. We're not making anything on these. We're just everything that we make out of this, we give back in some form or another.
You want me to show them what they look like? Because I got my ones here that I got.
Yeah, that's it, Frogger.
Brad, I'm in Boise, Idaho right now. I got to deliver here and then run down to Nevada and pick up, and I'm going to Chattanooga, Tennessee from there.
There's the round ones that he makes.
Yo, people.
What's up, Trax?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Trax.
Just doing a bit of work on the missus bike. Got a broken choke cable.
That's not good.
I went to start it the other day, and yeah, the cable, the outer's broken, so it won't switch off now.
And I want to introduce y'all to my personal kangaroo videographer there, making tracks. I told him I wanted
video. They're twisted.
I told him I wanted a video of kangaroos, and he got a whole bunch of them. And one big old Joey.
You see the one at the end jump the fence?
Yeah, I seen that one. He was a big son.
Yeah. If I had been a bit quieter, I probably could have got close to them, but I didn't realise they were there until they started running.
Where's the hillbilly hat, Trax?
What's that, mate?
So where's the hillbilly hat?
Where's the hillbilly hat? Oh, it's probably on the back veranda, mate. Yes.
Do you ever have trouble with the kangaroos and your horses?
In the where, Craig?
You ever have trouble with the kangaroos getting into fights with your horses?
There's been a few big ones in the paddock the last few days. The missus has sent me a message saying there was a big one with a female down the bottom of our block, but they stay away from the horses.
A dingo's like a wild dog, right?
Yeah.
The dingo? Yeah, the dingo is like a native dog to Australia.
Kind of like a coyote here.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
They pretty much do the same thing. They're scavengers.
Yeah. Get that box out of the road. You don't want to see that box bolt. Yes.
You see that, Stacy?
And what?
Brad wants a GoFundMe page so we can send him to Australia to hang out with making tracks and chase some roos.
Brad wants to go fight a kangaroo, something fierce.
I still want to get a close-up one for Stacey. I ought to try and sneak up on one.
I tell you what, if you went over there to see Making Tracks would probably have been busy doing some work.
Yep.
Yeah, there's never any shortage of that.
Plenty of woodwork to do around there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You've
Hey,
been dri-
Stacey, the other day, the missus, when she messaged me about the big roo at the bottom of the property, I actually walked down and he was on the bottom side of the dam, but they got a good nose on them, those things, and he knew I was coming, so they bailed into the bush at the bottom of the property. So I was going to try and sneak down and get a selfie with him.
If you ever get a good close up video of one, I'll give you my phone number and I'll have you text it to me so I can send it to my wife and tell her she's been replaced.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one. I'm keeping my eye out, and if I see one on the side of the road or something, I've got time, I'll try and get as close as I can to him.
You been driving your truck?
No, mate, I've got new brake lines. I burst the flexi line on the passenger side front. I've got him here, but I've got new brake lines now. But that's what happened to the old one when I was bleeding the brakes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll give you a bad day right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so luckily it happened while we were bleeding them at home here. So I've got two brand new hoses that I got made up. They're on the truck, but I've just got to get time with the missus to get her to pump the brakes so I can bleed them through.
Just put some duct tape on it. It'll be all right.
What about a bit of double-sided? She be right?
Brakes are for sissies, man.
What was the saying the other day? You don't need brakes to do burnouts.
Yeah.
And then this was the other one. This was all in the same week. So brake lines happened Tuesday, and this happened Thursday on the V6 supercharged.
Ooh.
That ain't good.
Little radiator hose right behind the supercharger up against the firewall. So I had to pull the intake off the back of the supercharger to get to this little sucker.
Man, you've had a week,
Been
brother.
a pretty good week last week.
Dadgum. Hey, Trax.
Yeah, bro.
Brad says you got to get a kangaroo costume and hop over to him. He said you're an amateur trying to sneak up without it.
That's one thing you don't see much of is kangaroo costume. Probably because there's so many of them around.
Don't get a female kangaroo costume and go out there, big old buck out there. He might get a little testy.
Oh, you never know.
We got
But that would-
Lodge in the house.
But that would make a good YouTube video.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, just
What's
make
going
sure
on,
you
Lonesome?
put plus on it.
Hey, Lonesome, you got something coming in the mail too. So. I'm right over here by I don't know what Air Force base it is, but I'm at the TA in Boise, Idaho. And they have the Blue Angels out here. I guess they're out here practicing or something. And every now and then you'll see them come by here just like getting in formation upside down and sideways and all kinds of mess. It's pretty good show just sitting right here.
Heck yeah.
They must be prepping out for their springtime air show.
They got a big air show coming up in a couple of weeks somewhere. I can't remember where it is. Arizona. I
That's
think.
just a little engine.
You did who?
Do what, Craig?
I say those Blue Angel planes are just little bitty engines.
Yeah. And about the size of a Lincoln.
If I get it, probably what, about 800, 900 mile an hour?
I'm not sure.
I know they can break the sound barrier with it, and it's just over 700 miles an hour. So yeah.
Supposedly they'll run Mach 2, so that's 2 times the speed of sound.
The guy that would know is not on the panel tonight. That'd be Paulie. He'd probably know.
Yeah.
What size V8 you working on there, El Camino? Oh, he's just gone outside.
That's a 305. That's a 305.
305, is it?
Yeah, that's the HO one, I think.
It's debatable because it's been bored 30 over. So
Yeah.
it's somewhere between a 305 and a 310 somewhere.
Hey, Puller, Lonesome said hello. I didn't know if you noticed that in chat.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Jay earlier, and they done a flyby on the truck stop. And
I
man,
could
it
hear
was
it
loud.
plain I could hear it plain as day on my end.
It was loud as shit, wasn't it, Jay?
It was crazy.
I bet they wasn't 50 foot off the ground, and they were flat getting it, Jack.
Dang. I like watching them videos where it shows the pilots that fly low, and you see them coming across a flat, almost like a plains look or whatever, and they got that jet down so low and it's leaving a dust trail behind them. They probably ain't 5-10 feet off the ground.
I rode in a Harrier one time when I was in the service, and that's a weird feeling when they take off straight up and then roll them engines over and take off. But
What I'd like to do is get on one of those hovercrafts that they've got transports in the ocean.
oh, big I got a thing. What they call it?
No, I mean, they're huge.
Yeah. And they move too. They've got some flat get up and go.
Oh, yeah.
Lonesome said those things are probably capable of doing Mach 3 or 4.
Mach 4 would be like almost 3,000 miles an hour.
I don't know. I can look it up real quick.
I think
Let's
the
just say
sound barrier.
get somewhere in a hurry as long as they don't run out of fuel.
Yeah, I think the sound barrier is like 315 or 345, something, or 715 or 745, something like that.
Yes, it's 625 to 650 miles an hour at ground level. And the higher you go, the higher the speed has to be. More wind resistance.
Yes, the Blue Angels, they said they used FA-18 Hornets. Can reach speeds just under Mach 2, twice the speed of sound, or about 1,400 miles an hour. And during most performances, they run at about 700 miles an hour.
They had that VA's going in that El Camino sitting right there behind it. What it come out of.
Yeah, that V8 is a pretty sharp looking engine right now.
How much gas?
Oh, yeah.
I used to like to play those flying simulators on the computer years ago. I had a table set up with my joystick, and I had foot pedals, and all that mess. I'd sit there for hours playing the thing.
I think Lonesome was trying to tell you to check for liquid oxygen at full flight, Jay, to see what the speed is of those areas.
Give me 1 sec.
Oh, it's showing some of the valve covers. I hear them now.
Yeah, they're way off. If they come through here again like they did earlier, you'll definitely hear it. The truck will be shaking and wobbling and all kinds of yeah.
I bet that makes the sleepers a little rough to stay asleep in.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Mm.
Probably rock Stacy like a baby.
I sleep good in here when the wind's blowing real hard and gets this truck to rocking.
Oh man, this is the wall all set up. This choke cable actually goes into the body of the carbine.
Yeah, it sounds like that four-wheeler that I've got. Should be a nut.
Obviously, going to have to pull the carby off and pull the bowl off. I dare say down in the bowl, the cable must come down and curl around or something. Lucky I know a fella that can do that.
Hey, Zed, Matt's got a pretty sharp-looking car, too. That El Camino's a pretty nice ride.
Yeah, it is.
I actually own part of that car, or formerly part of that car.
Yep.
If y'all want to know what that is, watch the last video.
Yep.
That's a pretty nice canister full of real estate, that's for sure.
I like the way he packaged it and sent it to me. That was priceless.
That was awesome.
What's more priceless than that is knowing that it's going out before you even get it.
I guess it helps by cleaning my glasses.
Client says he's getting ready to grab a bite to eat.
In David's terms, that means that he's getting ready to consume a full large pizza.
Yeah.
Local
And
terms,
yep.
it's like a 2-foot sub.
Yeah.
I just got
Yep.
back from Cracker Barrel.
Mm.
I just ate a bag of pork skin.
I ate some
Hello.
sausage gravy a little earlier.
Shut up, Jay.
Exploring Ginger's in here. She said, "Hey, Twisted."
Yeah,
Hey,
Jay,
girl.
we got tortured with that picture the other day.
Hey, Factor,
Yeah,
what's going on, mate? How's your project going?
I got a little bit of progress made on it today. I got the jack shaft and all mocked up and tacked in place, and as soon as I make sure the chain and all is going to be lined up exactly right, I'm going to finalize welding everything in. But I got the brake caliper and rotor already on. It's getting there. I just got to work out the details on the brake cable because I'm going to use a hand brake on it instead of a foot brake because the way it's set up. It'd be a little bit
Yeah.
easier with a hand brake.
Jay's on fire. He's trying to knock out the fat cycle before he gets on to the buggy.
Yeah, I don't want to have too many projects going at one time because I'll never have nothing completed if I do that.
Didn't you tell me you were using a manual caliper?
Yeah,
You're making a mistake going with a handbrake.
why?
You ain't gonna be able to squeeze it hard enough to stop it once you get a little bit of wear on it.
So there's a little Makuni on this TTR. It's got that's the thing there. The choke goes down into the body of the carb there.
Yeah, that's the way my four-wheeler's set up.
Yeah, so they're going to have to take the bowl off and have a look at what's going on. But I'm hoping I can find a reasonably priced one of these on eBay because it's obviously pretty specialised. This is my issue here. I was thinking about gluing it, but I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a replacement job.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta watch that gas leakage.
Hey
guys, do the 420 Predators come with electric start?
Yes, they do.
Yes, yeah. Let you start
Okay.
charging coil.
That is if you buy them off of the shelf instead of getting them off of a generator. One of the generators that I bought last year, they didn't have the electric start option on it.
I'm looking at a golf cart that needs a motor, and I looked at the rebuild kit for the motor that's on it, and it's more expensive than buying a 420.
Did it have a Robbins motor on it?
No, it's a Yamaha golf cart, I believe.
Mm.
Is that the 2-stroke or the 4?
It's a 4-stroke.
Yeah.
Liquid cooled.
It's air cooled. It's already got reverse in the transaxle and everything already. So
420 would hook to it perfect then.
yep. It's either going to be a 420 or that 12-horse Kohler I got sitting there at the house.
Hey, somebody needs to answer this question for me.
Okay.
How do you get oil out of these?
What?
It's a lifter. It's a hydraulic lifter.
You don't?
I dare say there was probably a reason why I had to take that off.
Oh.
That was in the bottom of the bowl.
That's some trash in there, huh?
Yep. It's a wonder it's been running right.
Matt, if you turn them upside down and let them sit overnight, some of that oil will run out of them, but I don't think you'll ever get it all out.
Mm-mm.
And that's an interesting question. If money is no object, what would be the dream project?
Ooh.
Dream project if money was no object.
I can't say my wife would kill me.
I guess I'm fixing to crush a lifter. I'm fixing to take it over to Brett.
My dream project, I ain't gonna lie, is to build a 74 Ford Falcon XB GT just like the Mad Max Interceptor car, the black one in the first movie. And I'd want it
Good luck
everything.
finding one of them tractor.
I want one built exactly to the T of the way it was in the movie.
Sylvester Stallone did a movie years ago, and he had an old Mercury.
Cobra.
Yeah,
It was a 50 Merc.
I would love to have one of them.
Those were nice cars. Frogger said he'd want a mini rock bouncer with an 1100 Ninja motor on it. That would be wild.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Puller wants a light pro stock puller tractor. What you say, RPM?
I'd like to have that Batman motorcycle for a couple hours.
You talking about the one with the dirt track tires front and back?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. There's
Hey,
actually a
Dave.
place in Texas that I think it's Texas that actually build those to sell to people. They're electric.
I don't want to own it. I want to drive it for a couple hours.
I think I'd rather ride the one off of that they built for Tron for the light cycles.
That one is a lot easier to turn than the Bat Cycle.
Yeah.
They said the Bat Cycle takes almost a city block to turn.
Yeah, because it's rigid frame and you have to lean it. It don't actually have handlebars that turn.
Yeah. Well, it's not only that, but wide, flat tires are harder to make turns with than rounded tires.
Yep. That's why that tire on the back of the Fat Cycle is blown out on a bigger rim, and instead of having 10 pounds of pressure in it, I think I got about 30 in it, so it cones it over some, so it's easier to turn.
Yeah. Just
A
watch
question for you, Dave.
Yeah.
Have you taken the tote cable off one of them before?
Yeah.
Because there's no access under the bottom here. That's the bottom where the choke cable is.
It comes out through the top.
When you lift that spring up, that's what you got inside.
Yeah.
So do you have to turn that, or?
Let me get a close up on you. That whole piece should unscrew.
Yeah, so just a flat blade in there, and undo that.
Yeah. Actually, that's metal? Okay.
It seems,
the one I've got on my 4-wheelers, one of them is plastic, one of them is metal.
yeah. That seems really soft. Like if you put pressure on that, it's with the screwdriver, it starts to spread it.
Yeah, it's brass.
Yeah.
Look down there and see if some of that threading off of that nut that held it in place come loose down in there.
You do.
Yeah.
You got that spot pressure. Either I broke it or it's gonna work. One of the two.
If you're going to replace that cable, the entire cable, it'd be best to go ahead and cut it. That way you can get that spring and everything out of the way.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll make it a whole lot easier on you. The only way that cable is going to come out is with that piece that's stuck down in there to come all the way out. There's a slot valley for it to lay over and slide out in.
I might think I have my car back on Monday. The answer is take it to a press and screw them up.
Did you blow the guts out of it, Matt?
I blow the oil out of it. I just apply light pressure and let it seep the oil out of it. And repeat as necessary till all the oil's out. I wasn't using a handle, I used my hand, so I'm not that strong.
There you go. I would have cut the other end of it and left the cable loose, but
Oh, you'd have cut it up near the knob.
yeah.
I'll just join it back on and cut it up there, eh?
Yeah, because you're going to need something to pull that little pin out with.
Oh, no, it's turning. It's turning all right now, so hopefully this will just unscrew. What do you reckon? It's a press?
It's supposed to slide in.
Yeah, right. I think it's maybe just a matter of just pulling that bit harder to get it out.
Yeah, it's got a rubber seal on it all the way around. That rubber seal might have gotten stuck in between the carburetor body and that piston.
Yeah. Has anybody seen my pointy nose? I haven't been able to find them for about a month now.
Well, they're not over here.
Not over there.
Tracks.
Yep.
Your pliers or whatever you're looking for is probably hiding with the 10mm socket that everybody keeps losing. They're having a party. They're having a party somewhere and just don't want to come back.
Yeah, and I didn't invite me.
Well, you know, that ain't funny because last time I was at home, I was going through a bucket of sockets and stuff, and I got about 50 10mm sockets in there. So I know where everybody's sockets went.
Hey,
They hiding at your house.
I can tell you in a pinch that a 3/8 drive socket and a pair of channel lock pliers will take a nut loose.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord!
It looks like he's got the 20-ton pressing on it.
Puller, you drinking coffee?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers to you, brother. Cheers. I got mine too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with coffee.
That was probably part of the cause of the cable. Looks like that might have been corroded in there.
Yeah.
Hey, Tracks and Matt, y'all have to stop. We don't build anything on this channel.
All right. My bad.
You see that look? He's like, huh?
Do you want me to just point the camera? I can point the camera at the ceiling if you like.
I'm messing with you. Look at Matt.
They put Matt on presentation mode.
Matt looked like somebody stole his dog or something.
Really up on presentation mode. Let's watch him clean those lifters out.
I just got off the phone with a buddy of mine. He called me. He's got a 1 ton with a Duramax in it, and wanted to know why it went into limp mode.
It could be a number of reasons. His fuel filter might be half stopped up. I've known him to go into limp mode on that.
That's what I told him. I said the code setting criteria to go into limp mode. It's about 2 pages long of everything that the ECM monitors that'll send it into limp mode. The only good part about it is he pulls over the side of the road, sits there for about 5 minutes, shuts it off, turns it back on, and it'll be fine for about 10 miles.
Fuel filter stopped up.
I'm thinking that, or on the Duramaxes, they had a problem with a couple of years. The turbo monitor, the vane monitor, would go bad.
Yeah.
We got a Nate in the house.
There's Tater.
Welcome, Nate.
Hey,
Tater!
I'll be right back. He's calling again.
All right.
What's up, everybody?
It's another day in paradise, brother. Another day in paradise.
How do y'all even know what's going on? All this stuff. All these pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 people in there.
We're watching Matt and Trax do something that we're not supposed to do on our channels.
We're not supposed to work on stuff.
Exactly.
Is that a 3/8 bolt, Matt?
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that, damn it.
It's a big old fender bolt. I'll show you. It's got a round head on it. Looks just like the end of a push rod. Can't even get the daggone thing to let off. See?
Oh yeah.
So it fits perfect for these. I ain't got a vise where I do this in a vise. But I'm not applying no pressure to it, guys. I'm just laying my fingers on it and letting it do all the work. When it stops, I know it's empty. And then I just repeat as necessary till oil starts coming out.
Antonio! What's going on, Antonio?
There's another redneck joke in that too, but I ain't going there.
What's going on, Jerry? This and that?
Yeah, show them the vise. Jump.
See if Mr. eBay can help with the tote cable.
Wow.
That needs some bubble gum to hold that together.
That's the fourth one we've had to do that.
Put some duct tape on it. It'll be all right.
I got some.
Give me some nickel cadmium rods. I'll show you how to weld that vise back together.
It ain't worth fixing. My boss is going to give me a good one. I promise you, he will.
Where did he get that from? Harbor Freight?
It's the AutoZone special. They're junk. Don't buy one ever.
Well, hell, the welding rods cost you more than the vise would.
Yeah.
Well, I would show you the sticker, but it ain't there.
But, oh, yeah. I got one from Harbor Freight at the house. I put more pressure on that than I've ever had to do on this before it break. Mine still ain't broke yet. A little 6-inch.
I've got an old Wilton that my grandpa gave me. And I've restored it a couple times, and I'll restore it till I die.
That's a good vibe. It'll last you a lifetime. Take care of it.
Yes, sir.
No, we don't build nothing here at Small Engine Nation. That's for sure.
Right, we don't.
Hey, don't
come here to see any of that.
I'm making cookies.
Nate, don't feed the trolls.
We don't build nothing.
For the people that are in here now that wasn't in here earlier, we're selling Small Engine Nation sticker pack for $10. There's 5 stickers in the pack, and we have Small Engine Nation pins. I forgot how much they were.
$5 a piece for the pins, and that includes shipping included.
Yeah.
And they are awesome pins. They write real smooth.
We already got it.
Yeah, they do. Yep,
we don't build nothing. We don't build nothing here at Small Engine Nation. No, nothing at all. We don't build nothing.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
I'm thinking cookies. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Dave, if you don't quit, you're going to give them guys in California a freaking heart attack now.
I'll just get a big sheet and put a big sheet over the top of me so you can't see.
You know what? I apologize. It wasn't the guys in California that said it. It was the guys in Tennessee that said it.
That's not too bad, guys. I can get a brand new cable off eBay for $14.99 plus free postage.
Yeah, the cables are not very expensive.
That's better than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
There was a genuine one on here. The genuine one's 32. Genuine Yamaha one.
You're paying for the name on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure it includes that little plunger that goes down in there too.
What do you say? You talking to me?
No, I think he's talking tracks.
Track.
We're both working on something with plungers.
Don't come with the plunger, eh? They're just the actual, even the genuine Yamaha doesn't have the plunger.
All right, you can buy that kit for it. Should be probably $8 to $10.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, you gonna put some of that Prolong in that engine?
Sure. Probably not. It ain't gonna last much longer. I'm not sinking a lot of money into it. I'm gonna put my eyes out for another engine because it probably won't last much longer.
Forgot I had these.
Hey, Matt, I got a small block 400 sitting on the rack at the house. That's come out of one of my dirt cars. You'd have to go through it. It's been sitting there for probably 15 years.
Oh, that'd be worth it.
I mean, everything looked good. I'm just gonna run this little 305 till it quits. Again. Bet exactly died this time.
Oh, she lose compression.
Although I should be more responsible with it since I got it all apart. Hell, I might even put a little pump in it. Who knows?
Oil's overrated.
Yeah,
Hey,
you don't
Greg. Hey, Greg, you see Dean put something down?
What was that? Dean's machine?
Yeah.
We got this and that. Jerry's this and that.
Dean's machine. I thought it's my chat went away again. I thought it was about ATV or working with ATV.
Yeah, we like Dean. He's a good old boy. When he's not rolling his brand new Polaris barrel roll, he's a good guy.
Dean said, I'll work on the ATV if I can join you on the live thing.
bleed, baby, bleed.
Matt, what's the reason for wanting to get all the oil out of the lifter?
So I can adjust the valve lash and set it properly. So I can set the tension on the preload on the lifters. And I want to get all the oil out of it.
So you put fresh in, right?
Well, not only that, I want to get the old oil out, and then also to do it right and set the preload on these lifters, you need all the oil out of them. You need them dry.
I posted up a picture of the pins. We've got 4 basic colors. We've got the green, the black, the blue, and a kind of a burgundy colored red.
And it don't hurt them the way I'm doing. I'm not putting any pressure on them like you think I would be. I'm just letting the plunger do its job.
Woo. I forgot how bright these daggone tail lights are.
Oh yeah.
Look at that small engine nation pin right there.
Then it shows up clear when they're not hooked up. Heck yeah. Then I go on the back of the bike.
Nice.
All I see is your move there, Greg.
That's on Nate's channel.
Oh, okay.
Small engine nation for life.
That's right.
Peeper's got the red one.
If I can get it out of the glare.
Yeah, good luck.
I got a
with
green one.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What'd you do?
Smoke cigarettes.
There you go. A whole box of them right there.
And yes, after I do set the preload on the lifters, I am going to run my distributor tool in there and pump up oil pressure before I ever start this thing up.
Good, because I was just about to ask you that and make sure you knew what you were doing.
He says this ain't his first rodeo.
Hey, Stacy,
Yeah.
you take me off presentation, brother.
Quit your whining already.
I mean, we could show the pins some more, but you know.
The good pins, get them while they last.
Mm-hmm.
Or till another batch is ordered if they do get ordered.
Hey, if we get rid of all of them, we need more, we can get more. Definitely won't be an issue.
Y'all be looking for sticker pack videos on some of these channels too. I'm sending some out.
Sorry, guys, but this ain't going to get back together and fire up tonight.
Hey, do what you got to do, brother.
I'm not pushing myself. I've done pushed myself too hard these past 2 days.
Hey, you good?
The boys have spring break, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
They'll just stay up here with me all day until I need a ride.
They don't mind. They'll play in the dirt with their cars.
One of these days, it's going to be their cars are going to be working on that.
Well, I hope so, because this generation of people working on their vehicles is dying, buddy. Nobody wants to do it.
No,
Yeah.
all people want to do is once it starts messing up, carry it to somebody or get rid of it and get a new one.
They want to play video games. Nobody wants to learn how to work on them anymore.
Which one of the boys wanted to help you with your valves?
Hey, Antonio.
Dante and Julian both want to. He said when they growed up, they want to do that. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. I wish they would. It's sad to see that opportunity to learn a good trade.
Trade? What's a trade? Isn't that like being a waitress or a waiter?
Like being a mechanic, doing something useful. Yes. Having a skill set, something that you can do. Takes the right skills to have to be able to do it right. Like using a 20-ton press to get the oil out of lifters.
I can do a lot of stuff. I'm just not real good at a lot of stuff.
You have to be real good at it as long as you do it right. Know what you're doing.
Oh, I never know what I'm doing.
Oh, gosh.
You know, my grandpa used to always tell me there's two things. There's two things you can always use to pick up a girl. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit.
Plenty of it floating around these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I think we're going to have Dean join us here in a second.
Nice.
Harry Swainer's in the chat. Robert Waters.
I'm trying to figure out.
Antonio's had a bunch of videos coming out here lately. I'm having trouble keeping up with them. He's got some tool hauls after tool hauls. I'm actually. I'm like, Dad, give me a break to get the first one, then drop the next one.
Oh yeah.
He's got some of that stuff he's been getting out like, and he did a review on a grinder, I think it was. Got me looking at different prospects on stuff to get.
Yeah, Antonio does some pretty good reviews. I like his videos. We got waters in the house.
I've been doing a few reviews.
I hadn't done no reviews on anything. I've been doing mail calls. I think I dropped 3 of them this past week.
Frogger, you should have 37 now.
I'm waiting to do a mail call on stuff I'm getting from Doug, but it hasn't got here yet.
I'm gonna do a review on this 3/8 bolt. It works real good. I can go get you one right away.
Everybody likes a little ass, but nobody likes a smart ass.
Oh, we lost Craig. What the heck? There he is.
Probably gonna get him one of them 3/8 bolts.
Yeah, I think he did decide to go get a 3/8 bolt.
Who went where? What? Why?
We went looking for my 49 pliers.
Y'all are gonna give me a complaint. I'm gonna have to walk over to the truck shop and buy a 3/8 bolt now.
Make sure it's got a round head on it. It ain't as good as mine if it don't got a round head on it.
I got a grinder. I can shape it if I need to.
I like what Robert said. Antonio should get stock in Harbor Freight.
I spent way too much money in there this weekend. How much money that for?
Like I said the other day, Harbor Freight is a toy maker's dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not so much for the wallet, though.
The Harbor Freight pulls one hell of a magic trick. It makes money disappear real fast.
Yeah, I know, right?
They got the right idea. They mark everything down to the right price and get everybody in there, and they'll spend 10 times the amount of money as if they go to Lowe's.
Yep.
This guy had this.
Oh man.
They send out them certain items and say, hey, this don't sell for this price. Come on in. And when you get there, you got, ooh, look at all the rest of this stuff. Well, I do need this to go with it, but I need that. And before you know it, your buggy's slam full and you're looking at your wallet and your wallet's like, no.
Yeah.
That says he's never been in a Harbor Freight.
Really?
Tabitha started throwing my Harbor Freight deal away, my Inside Track magazine.
Yeah.
She started throwing it away, and I said, well, that ain't going to do you no good. I'll just go on the internet and look.
Hey, they got the app on your phone that shows you all the sales that's going on at that current time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all you got to do is pull it up on your phone. They'll scan your phone to get the little code off of it for the sale price.
Yeah.
First is this over here.
I went in there yesterday with my brother. We wanted some of the 36 grit flapper discs, but they're out of them. Asked them when they were going to get them, and they said they sell out as soon as they get them.
Hey, Ed, you need to get with David. He found a hell of a deal on flapper disc, man.
Oh yeah, a heck of a deal.
Yeah, I seen that the other night. My brother wanted them, not me.
I can't buy none. I spent too much on the Ryobi site last night.
Yeah, I seen some of that stuff, and I'm like, ooh.
Thanks a lot, Greg. My wife thinks you too.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. She's probably like, I'm going to have to take his allowance away from him.
She said, I'm going to cut you off. I said, you can't cut me off. You don't know where I'm getting it. She was talking about my play money. I thought she was talking about something else.
What you say there, Hot Rod 21?
That's about one of the things I miss about having a woman in my life to cut me off when I'm overspending.
Yeah. I got a good one, man. She don't mess with me too much. I'll tell her I'm going to the tool store or the auto parts or something like that. I'll ask her what my limit is, and usually she'll tell me, so I go 200 over the limit, and I know I'm okay. She ain't gonna tell me the truth about what's in the bank. I've been married to her too long. I know better than that.
Hello, my name is Tool Store. Just send your money to me.
There you go.
Oh, Lordy.
Or start producing some green tools. If they Cryobi on them.
Hey, I like my Ryobi tools. Get off of it, man. I like my fruit products too. So I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more about it.
Did you say you eat fruit? Barf.
I twisted.
I said I like my fruit products, my Apple, my iPad, and my iPhone.
Look at Trey.
Barf.
I'm
Barf.
with you on the Ryobi, Stacy. Impact.
Do what? Do what, Track?
He's got all Ryobi stuff. He says he's with you on the Ryobi stuff.
Hey, I ordered three cordless grinders and a cordless rotary tool last night.
Yep.
I've had that drill right there for probably 10 or 15 years, and it was before they even came out with lithium batteries. And when they did, the lithium battery still works on it, and it's still going strong.
Heck yeah.
If you turn your camera on, we can see what you're talking about. Oh, I guess the camera is on.
My camera is on. See?
Yeah, the 18-volt batteries, I don't care if they're 20 years old. They'll still work. New batteries are working.
Have you seen that new 9 amp hour battery they got?
Oh my God!
You look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after a day of carrying that thing around.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. Hey, Kathy.
Yay.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, the bear's growing his beard out finally.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta hide the bear.
Oh, dang it. He already hit.
Yeah,
Matt didn't get to see.
It's all right. I can imagine.
We can't call him Naked Bear no more. He's got a beard again.
You can only call him Naked Bear for about 45 minutes. It grows back that fast.
And Jerry's wondering if you can explain why you're pressing the oil out of the lifters.
Who?
Jerry's this and that.
I am pressing the oil out of the lifter so that I can set the valve lash preload on the lifters correctly. With oil pumped up in the old lifters, you cannot set the preload on the lifters correctly without it holding the valves open. You have to have them. The way I do it is, and everybody's got their own little way, but the way I do it, never had a problem with it, and there's also a few people online that does the same way, is you take a dry set of lifters, and you put them in, and it don't matter what stroke you're on the engine, is you start tightening down the rocker arm and spinning the push rod at the same time until you feel it just catch, until it gets a little tension on it. And then when it gets a little tension, you stop. Go to the next one, do every one of them, and then rotate the engine 90 degrees. And then when you rotate it 90 degrees, it keep going down them until you find one that's loose, tighten it down until the push rod stops spinning. Rotate it another 90 degrees, go down the line. Every one of them that are still tight, you don't touch them. they're set. And then keep going down to all the ones that are loose. Keep tightening them down until the push rod stops. You got to keep spinning them. And then when you get 4, you can do 2 full revolutions, which is 360 degrees. And then you should be good. But I go another revolution and make sure that all of them are still where they were. When you get that set, all your lifters are set. The valve preload, their valve latch is set at 0 right there. When you do that, then you take a ratchet or something and set it at 90 degrees, or you set it straight, and then you go 1/4 turn, another 1/4 turn, and another 1/4 turn, 3/4 of a turn on every one of them. Go down every one of them and do 3/4 a turn on every one of them on a dry lifter. And when you do that, your valve preload, your valve latch preload on that lifter is set correctly. You'll never have another problem out of it again. Guaranteed to start every time.
Nice.
But you need to turn the engine over and let it build oil pressure, whether you do it with a distributor tool like I'm going to do, or you do it with the power off the distributor or the plug wires off. You need to crank that engine over till it builds oil pressure on a gauge before you fire that engine. That way you're sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the valve covers off, and I'm going to spin it over with my tool, and I'm going to watch the oil pump out of every one of these push rods, make sure I get all the air bubbles out of them. And then as soon as I see all the air bubbles and they're bleeding straight oil, and they'll fire up every time. You won't have problems.
And that's coming from Matt, the hot rod mechanic.
Y'all heard it here on the Twisted R Racing channel.
That is why I'm pushing the oil out of the lifters.
Heck yeah.
But just remember, we don't work on things on here.
0 fucks is given. What's going on, horses? Welcome.
It works on everything with hydraulic lifters, roller or not.
Cool.
That has adjustable lifters. That's the key. It has to have adjustable lifters. Or adjustable rocker arms, I'm sorry.
I saw Trax pointing at something a while ago.
What's that, Casey?
I saw you pointing at something. I was just seeing what you're pointing at.
I said, just remember, we don't work on things on this show.
That's right. We don't work on nothing. All right, I'll be right back.
And I am not putting pressure on these lifters, guys. I'm just holding my hand on it and just letting the rod do all the work.
That's what she said.
Yes, my channel is El Camino. El Camino Live Forever. On YouTube. I don't have any. I don't do any other social media.
Hey, Matt, don't look at me like that.
I'll look at you however I want.
Hey, you're a big man on YouTube, ain't you?
I'm a big man in person, son.
Well,
How big a boy are you?
My wife told me they didn't know they stack shit that high. So.
Well, they do. You seen it in person. Well, you've seen it here.
Robert Waters he's something else.
Waters, I like the sound of dry lifters on engine start. Makes me. You don't start it with dry lifters, I promise you. Make sure the oil goes through them and you bleed all the air out of it first.
The trick to it is to be able to dance to dry lifters. Now, if you can keep that beat going, you got it going on.
I do not condone any starting of the engine with dry lifters. Let's just leave it like that. You will have problems.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife don't like it when I get started with a dry lifter either.
think it finally worked.
Oh, here we got Dino.
Yeah. I had to go
Good.
to Edge, then Internet Explorer, and all kinds of crap. I wonder why it wouldn't let me in the Hangout. That's really weird. Well, since I did that, I got to work on this thing, right? Got small motors.
No, Dean, we don't work on anything in here.
We
We
can't
don't work on anything in here.
Oh, that's fine.
You're not allowed. We don't build stuff here.
I'm baking cookies.
Oh man,
A baked potato on my wood stove and some chicken warming up.
Dean had a pretty good video the other day. He was out there in that razor doing donuts in the ice.
Those are fun.
Chocolate sauce.
Chocolate sauce. What's chocolate sauce?
That's what's pouring out of this lifter.
Ooh.
I thought about doing the burnout with the big truck, and I forgot about it.
Do it.
It wouldn't be worth it if you snapped an axle. Just saying.
Oh, we lost Dino. Where'd Dino go?
Yeah, I remembered how much them drive tires cost, and I forgot about it real quick.
Are they singles or are they duals?
No, they're duals.
Yeah, they're still high.
You'll never catch me on a super single.
There he is.
The thing's beating me up.
If you're using Internet Explorer, you're going to have problems.
Mm-hmm.
We got to teach Dino how to use Google Chrome.
Chrome sucks. That's why. I hate Chrome. It's evil. I never have a problem on DuckDuckGo, I'm using WaterFox or Firefox. Actually, I use Firefox mostly. But there's a WaterFox. I don't like Google. They always mess with me.
Google's watching. They know. They know everything. Google's almighty and powerful.
Yeah, they just gave me a big old hard time getting in here. It's like I had to change my password, all kinds of crap. It's like, oh man, now I want to go back on my other machine. I'm gonna have to change it again. So I'll forget it. No, I wrote it down.
I was trying to get Foxes to come in here and join us on the Hangout.
Who?
All right, I'm back.
Zero Foxes. He's in the
Zero
Hangout, but he didn't come into the video feed.
Yeah, I gave him a good thing. He drowned his Argo. He actually drowned an Argo. It must have been pretty icy and stuff, Where you can drown an Argo.
I drink them all, Robert. I ain't. It don't matter. I drink them all. I like to taste a brake clean personally myself.
Gear oil. That's where it's at, baby.
Oh, man. Boy, when I get my hands on some gear oil, boy, I'm do the happy dance.
I don't know. I'm kind of addicted to car cleaner myself.
Yeah.
Put a little gear oil behind your ears. It stays with you for a week.
Oh no, we gotta have the mean green. If you,
You
don't
can
know
put
what
on
mean green
rag.
is, you're in trouble.
You can put on rag halfway across the shop, stays with you for a week.
The old school brake cleaner would catch you a buzz if you sniffed that.
I still like my Lumabrite 98% acid. That stuff,
Frogger's Garage.
it's got the right amount of kick to it.
Wow.
Frogger said antifreeze for him.
Antifreeze is smooth going down. It's got a little sweet taste to it.
It's probably smooth coming out too, Ed. Just saying.
I had to quit doing the Lumabrite. I kept seeing shit that wasn't there.
Our Rod likes the paint remover, aka brake fluid.
The Lumibrite kept putting me on a bad trip, man.
I saw a tutu bug once. You guys ever heard of a tutu bug? I saw one. It went toot, 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 toot.
The Lumibrite just about got coffee coming out my nose.
Yeah. It's like time to open the garage door and get some fresh air.
I used to get these things once upon a time called paychecks. You know, those were kind of nice too.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that? All ever got this thing saying you worked this many hours and the government took this much money from you.
Yeah.
And then the bill say, well, we'll take what's left over. And then you're looking at the receipt like, okay, back to work.
Yep. Say when you sit there having the right smile, you the ones that didn't get anything.
I think everybody ought to have Nate's job where you can run around in the woods in a tractor all day and get paid for it.
And catch stuff on fire.
Hey, he ain't riding on me in no woods. No, I call a limit to that now.
Man, I just got my saddle loaded up too.
I did like Nate chasing the dirt devil or dust devil through the woods yesterday.
Yeah, that was cool.
Or this morning.
It was a lot cooler in person. It was a lot cooler in person. I'm about to go in the house.
Are y'all done with burning stuff off, or y'all still got more places y'all got to burn off at work?
We'll be burning forever. Well, all the time.
But hey, Nate, the Gator Nationals are in your neck of the woods this weekend.
What's that?
NHRA?
Oh yeah.
Or down in Florida.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I wish I could go to something like that. Be cool.
I hear a freight shaker firing up.
Yeah, I got the low volt light. I had fired up and let it run.
I got to cut off for a little while, guys. My phone's dying. I'll be in the chat.
All right, Nate.
All right, Nate.
Later, Nate.
All right, Nate, you be careful.
I just killed my chicken.
Hey, look at that. Dino's property is somebody. I don't know who, but Dino belongs to somebody.
What? Just being goofy.
You see what Robert said, Craig?
Is that me?
No, that's the thing is my wife doesn't really want my paycheck. She has her own account. I have my own account, and we do what we need to do.
But start the business, let her do the accounting. You won't get no paycheck. You'll just get an allowance every now and then.
My wife has it. My wife has a checking account, and I have an account on the account. I ain't got no money. She got all of it.
My wife and I are joint owners on each other's accounts, but we just don't even mess with them. So she's got her account, and I've got my accounts, and that's just the way it is.
I like doing it that way. That way, when I spend all the money, all the hot checks go to her.
We don't want to hear any complaints about any handcuffs or anything like that, Stacy.
Okay, I ain't going there.
Stacy said, "I'll quit while I'm ahead."
Yeah. Craig almost led me down a bad road right there.
See, we're building something. We're building lots of stuff.
Yeah, but you helping me build an ass whipping is what you're doing.
say you can dig that hole right by yourself. You don't need nobody with a backup with an excavator digging the hole for you.
I don't need no help digging that hole. I'm plenty good at myself.
Stacy's got an open pit mine going.
Do what, Ed?
I said you got an open pit mine going. It ain't just a hole.
Well, I throw dirt back in occasionally, but it flies right back out. For Valentine's Day, I went and bought her a dozen red roses and brought them to her. She said, we've been married for 18 years. The first time you bought me roses on Valentine's Day, what did you do?
My exes didn't like flowers. They like the shiny stuff better.
Oh well, I don't want to talk about my jewelry credit card.
You know what? My wife couldn't find something that made her happy, so I had her go down to the jeweler, and the jeweler built her a ring, just the way she wanted it. And I said, "That's the way it is."
Well, I can testify that diamonds do make things better.
Yeah, just throw them on a drill bit, see what happens. They work great.
And my wife had 20 to choose from, and she picked her favorite one. That's the way it is.
Good for cutting concrete, right?
Yeah.
Every time I buy types of jewelry for birthday, for Christmas, or usually for Valentine's Day. I bought her flowers this year, and it's weird because every holiday she looks at me and says, "What'd you do?"
Well, when me and my ex-wife first got together, kind of as a joke, she wanted a diamond, so I went and bought her some drill bits. And she did not find it funny. Man, I actually bought her a diamond, but the drill bits came first, but she did not find the drill bits funny at all.
You know what? I got to try that one. You just gave me an idea.
Well, she didn't open the box up and look in the drill bit box. That's where the diamond was at. But they were diamond drill bits, a cheap set. And I thought it'd be neat to, here's your diamond. And she got pissed and didn't even open the box and walked away.
On our 10th wedding anniversary, I bought Tabitha a band to go behind her wedding ring. And I was going to be creative, so I froze it in an ice cube. And we had a bunch of people over, this, that, and the other. And I asked her if she wanted me to make her a drink, and I did, this, that, and the other. That almost backfired on me because she almost choked on the ring.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
I put the engagement ring on my ex-wife in a movie theater. That was entertaining.
When I proposed to Tabitha, I was on stage with a band in front of about 5,000 people, and I asked her to marry me up on stage, and I looked at her and I said, "Well, either going to be the hero or the zero." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "If you say yeah, everybody's going to scream. If you say no, good luck, because 90% of them are going to whoop your ass when you get out of here." So I didn't give her much of a choice.
Well, I had already proposed, just didn't have a ring. And a few days later, we went to the movies. And sitting there, I had the ring in my pocket. And was holding her hand and just kind of like slipped it on her finger. And she kind of looked at it, and she don't remember the rest of the movie. She could have killed me when we got out.
Okay, well, this dude backing in across from me done hit one truck. Probably fixing to hit another one.
What in the world?
We got Alexander Smith in the house.
What's going on, Alexander?
Hey, Alexander.
Alex.
I don't know where Jerk is tonight.
Probably sleep.
He's probably up all night again.
Sleep. I hate to say that word.
Sorry.
Well, I have Audubon Dan in here. Welcome, Audubon Dan.
Audubon, long time no see.
Yeah, hey, Dan. Is today St. Patrick's Day or something?
Yeah.
Today's the Green Beer Day.
Oh. That's why the view count is low, because everybody's out getting drunk on green beer.
They can have all that they want. I'm not a beer drinker. I can drink one and I'm done.
I can't even stand the taste of one.
As long as it's real cold, I can handle the one. But if it gets warm, I'm done.
It's got to be real hot outside, and the beer's got to be real cold before I drink.
Exactly.
I'm only good for a case.
When I drink beer, though, beer makes me mean. If I'm drinking beer, it means I can't afford to drink what I usually drink, and that makes me bad.
Hey, Stacy, you got that mouse tapping on them keys again.
If I go drinking, I'm drinking whiskey. I mean, once I start, I don't stop.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do that but about once every 2 or 3 years anymore. That shit hurts the next morning.
Usually about New Year's, I put a pretty good hurting on a bottle of tequila.
Back during hunting season, I was drinking a couple mixed drinks every night to go to bed.
I drank enough. I drank enough when I was playing the band.
Can you see me?
Oh yeah.
What's going on, go-karts?
Hey, go-karts.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh great. Oh great.
Hey, brother. Glad we got you in.
Hey. Yeah, I've been working on this go-kart all day. Well, not go-kart, excuse me, four-wheeler. But I've got the skins on and everything, so I just got to hook the fuel line up, hook the brake up, and see if it'll run.
I just added you to the Small Engine Nation hangout box as well, brother. So
thanks, guys.
right now, that box is 99% of the time. So, man, off on it.
Harley Davidson. They're really loud.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to turn the notifications off, or it'll drive you nuts.
Okay.
I just changed my notifications to a little beep.
Go, dog, hey, go.
We have people in there all over the world now, and that box is literally hopping all hours of the day. And especially when you get a good morning from Ed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's ready to fire up and go to work.
Hey, I sent Doug a notification about that charity I'm involved in, and it's pretty extreme. I mean, you're talking about pink wigs, blue tutu, white stretchy outfit, and there was one part, if I got $4,000 raised, I had to walk around the courthouse toting a sign. Don't ever let a woman pick what you're supposed to do.
Hey, if you got more information on that, We'd
Yeah,
love
I gave
to
it I gave
out
it
there
Doug.
with the group.
I sent Doug a link to it. So far, they raised $1,300 so far.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Well, now that you're part of the Small Engine Nation Hangout box, you can put the link in there as well. I'm sure
Okay,
that there's
I'll
some
do
people who would like to help out with that.
I'll do that. Yeah, last year I raised $1,500 and I had to sport a pink mohawk. I got that shaved off pretty quick.
Hello, Doug. How are you doing, brother? Good to see you in the chat.
As long as we don't have to build nothing, we're okay.
Well, I think I'm through for the day, but I was listening to y'all talk a while ago. I've done about as much as I can do on this 4-wheeler, so.
It's kind of one of those inside track jokes. You know, Small Engine Nation doesn't build anything, so.
That's kind of an inside joke.
Hey, has anybody ever messed with a 670 engine, put on a go-kart or a golf cart or anything like that?
Yeah.
Well, if we could get Matt to unmute his microphone, he could tell you all about it, putting motorcycle engines on play toys. He's got a pretty nice machine over there.
Okay.
I think you're talking about a Predator 670, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got. Well, it's not a 670, but it's a Honda G8 690. Same thing.
Yeah.
I got one I'm putting in a golf cart.
You're unmuted.
Well, my daddy, he bought a golf cart, one of them Easy Goes for $80. And we was trying to figure out what size engine to put in it. We'd already did the 420 before on a go-kart, and I did the 212s. But I want to do something a little different.
You put that 670 on there, you need to beef the engine mounts and stuff up.
Yeah. You probably beef up the rear swing arm on it, or however you mount it back there. You have to beef that up pretty good too.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine had a 14 horse Kawasaki on it to begin with.
Oh, me.
Okay.
Got to beef up the beer holder too.
Yeah.
Well, he was wanting to build something that we didn't have to sink a lot of money in and then flip it for profit. Right now, just used. I mean, they start from $1,000 and go up.
Yeah.
But most of my bills that I do, they start right at $500 and go up. So this right here, I'm just doing for a buddy of mine. So I just charge him $300 to do it.
Yeah.
Most time in golf carts, you clean them up a little bit, especially getting it to that price. You could almost not do anything but clean it and still turn a profit on it.
Yeah. The one thing though, you're gonna have to make sure you got enough clearance to put that 670 on there.
That's just a sneak
most
peek.
of them where the motor mounts on most of them, you might not have enough room to get the 670 in there without it coming up through the seat.
I had to cut the
Well, I
back side of the tub. I cut the back.
Cars and cameras, they did a 420 build on a go-kart and made it legal. They had to put the gas tank, between them right there where the seat is.
Yeah, they had to notch out the seat for the gas tank on that 420 on the golf cart, and the 670 is a lot taller than that 420.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I had to cut the back side of the tub on mine and elevate it 2.5 inches.
Oh, okay. I know Nate. He's working on that frame that he's working on now. Was that the golf cart that he had?
That was what he got was the motor and the rear swing arm and all, and then the front end. And he's building his own frame for it.
Yeah, I know. I was watching that earlier. I told him, I said, this is going to be a wide, big body on it.
Actually, it's about as wide as a normal golf cart.
Is it?
Yeah.
It just looks bigger on the camera.
The square part is where the outside of the actual fiberglass would actually sit on one, because the tires actually are underneath the fiberglass part of most golf carts.
Right.
Have y'all seen the Jeep body kits they make for the golf carts now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to know where to get one.
Shoot, I don't know.
I don't know, but I can look it up and start researching and see where I can find for you, Stacy.
Check Buggies Unlimited. They used to have them. They used to have all different kinds. They had like old Roadster styles, Jeeps, BMWs, Cadillacs, everything. I think that's where I seen them at.
I seen one here a while back. It was built like a Ford, the Bigfoot truck. It was a Bigfoot kit, what they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy just way too much money for it. I could buy the go-kart with the body already on it for what he wanted for the body.
Ouch.
There's several of them go-karts that's got the racing car bodies on them, but hell, they want too much for them. They want like $500 on up for them. And you know, if you figure out the time that you got to restore them and everything, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Oh, I was wanting to let everybody know because me and I think Craig and a couple others and David got looking the other night, and my Franken buggy is not a Tao like I thought it was. We got looking up, and I'll come to find out it's a Candy Roketa 150. It's Kandi is the brand card it is. I thought it was a Tao. Come to find out it's a Candy Roketa.
Oh yeah.
Quit making stuff up, Jay.
I can share the picture.
Hey, old car guy, how you doing, man?
That sounds like a made-up name if I ever heard one.
Candy cart's been around for a while.
I thought you was fixing to say Candy Rat. I was fixing to get Tommy on the phone and say, hey, what's up with it?
Let's see.
One of these days, we're going to have to get Tommy up here in a Sunday night live stream.
Yeah, we just got to catch up with him right now.
I would really like to get Jason on here on a live stream too. We haven't been lucky enough to do that yet.
Well, when you're lucky enough to do a job like I do, you got plenty of time. I mean, I can get a call, and sometimes it may be a week, but I get paid salary, so I get paid whether I work.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump out of the hangout. I'm going to go make some breakfast, so I'll be lurking around in the chat, though.
You going to hop out like jump out like a kangaroo?
What's that, Twisted?
You going to jump out like a kangaroo?
Yeah, mate.
I don't know how well y'all can see it. It's a Roketa GK 28 150cc buggy. It's got the wrap and everything like mine had.
Oh,
the panel on the side and everything.
You made that on Tank Shop.
You know, I've been seeing a lot of those for sale here lately, and pretty much all of them need to be restored. You know, new paint job, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'd use the same engine back in them or not. I think I'd have to swap them out.
Well, mine is definitely not going to have the same engine on it. It's going to have a 14-horse V-twin Briggs & Stratton Vanguard motor on it, horizontal shaft.
Wow!
I can't wait to get my hands on that Gurf dog. But I got a 69, another 690 I'm gonna put on in.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be mean.
That Gurf dog I just got done with. Now that took a little while, but I enjoyed building it, and I wanted $1,000 for it because I had a quite a bit of money in it. But I wound up selling it for $600 to people. It was back. It was back when things wasn't selling, so I got a jump on mine.
Oh yeah,
like it.
Well, that go-kart I'm looking at, or that golf cart I'm looking at that needs the motor, I've got a 16-horse opposed Briggs sitting up on the shelf that come out of one of my pulling tractors. I might decide to put that thing in there if it'll fit.
Hey Fuller, I'm looking for a 40 cubic inch opposed. Come across one.
A 40?
40, yeah. I want the crank out of it.
I'll check around to see what some of the guys got.
I've got one at Lonesome's I gotta go get. I just gotta get to it, but I got 3 blocks sitting there, and I've got a crank for 2 of them, and I want a 16 horse crank to put in there. Oh, Doug's in there? I didn't know Doug.
Yeah, Doug slipped in just a little bit ago.
He was late. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might call Mama on him, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to pay Horse to make a rolling pin.
Oh, heck yeah.
Let me show y'all
Hey, Craig,
some of the
see what Peeper said?
My chat.
Let me show y'all some goodies I bought.
My chat keeps disappearing, so I'm trying to catch up when it pops up.
I do not know, Tiffany, but we will find out. So,
What?
This here was the toolbox I was working out of,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't find no tools. So I upgraded to this.
Heck yeah.
it looks like what I got sitting in the kitchen.
I'm not
Well, I tell
getting
you
none
what,
of
I
those until... Go ahead.
I sure do love it.
And I don't plan on buying no roll arounds or nothing like that until I get my shop built. I just got a price on the concrete to have a 24 by 24 pad poured. They actually quoted me a pretty good price, $730 to have a 24 by 24 pad poured.
How thick?
That's cheap.
4 inch.
4 inch.
And that's the fiber reinforced and everything.
Jay,
I thought that at Walmart for $84.
Do what, Matt?
that them coming out, prepping it, pouring it, leveling it?
That's just for the concrete. I got a buddy of mine that does concrete work. I'm gonna see if I can't work out a trade and get him to do the finishing and all on it.
Damn, I can get it cheaper here, but I mean I can't send you concrete, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would be kind of hard by the time it got to me.
That's what she said.
All you need is 2x4 and a trowel. You do it yourself.
Yeah.
It might be a little dried out by the time it got to Jessup, Jake.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a little water on it.
I need to torque that
And it'll
some.
probably cost a pretty good bit of diesel fuel for that truck to come all the way from out there to here.
Oh, Jay, if they make it wet enough, it might make it to you.
Yeah, true.
or if they don't put the water in until they get close.
Yeah.
Just the powder. Just the mix.
Just send bags of Quikrete.
That floor beats will dry every time you fart. It takes 20 minutes for the cloud to die down.
Well, the way my buddy said to do it is when you put in the form all the way around, use 6-inch 1x6s, and then or even 1x10s. What he told me to use, because when you get about 8 inches from the side, angle cut it to where it goes from 4 inches to 10 inches deep, 8 inches wide. It's angled at a 45-degree angle or whatever the angle is. So when the concrete goes in there, it kind of forms a footer on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember exactly what kind it's called. He called it by some name, and I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. But with it angled and all, as it pushes down, it pushes dirt towards the middle, keep it from it just kind of makes it like a wedge.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've been enjoying these sunny days, cooling off.
It was 60 here earlier. I don't know what it is now.
Feels good, like 67 today. But here lately, it's been getting like, well, when I left to take my girlfriend to work this morning, there was ice on the windshield. So it gets down pretty cool.
Where are you located at, Carts? What state?
Lexington, Tennessee. The only state in Tennessee that's shaped like a man's head.
Tennessee. Yeah, it probably does get pretty cold.
Yeah. Well, it's shaped like a man's head because that's what we was taught in school. And if you look at the county, it's got a neck, it's got a chin, it's got a nose, and a head.
Well, I live in Wayne County, Georgia, and if you look at the shape of the Wayne County, it's that state of Georgia shrunk down for the county lines.
Oh, wow.
It's a trip.
Next week I'll be in Asheville, Chattanooga, and Smithville. I don't know what it is.
Say that again, Stacy.
Next week I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, Chattanooga,
Nashville, Chattanooga, and I don't know what the last one. I couldn't understand it.
Smithville. Sneedville.
Sneedville. Okay.
Sneedville. That's Sneedville. That's where Dolly Parton's from, ain't it?
No, she's from Benton Point.
No bless yous or nothing.
I'm done.
Hey.
Now, where my county sits at, it's in between Jackson, Tennessee, and the Tennessee River.
Cool.
About 45 miles away from Buford Pusser's house.
I don't believe that one bit.
How far is it from Nashville?
Let's see, it's about 110 miles from here. It's about the same distance between where I live at in Nashville and where I live at in Memphis.
I don't believe that one bit. Hey, one of y'all with a computer, look up the torque spec for 82305 GM cylinder head.
82.
What it's showing me on my phone is 65 foot-pounds, but these are torque to yield bolts. I know that ain't right. You just ain't gonna cram these bolts down to 65 foot-pounds and leave it. One of y'all people that know what you're doing.
I think Tractor's on it already.
Yep, I'm on it.
What the hell's going on?
Bill House Incorporated. Cylinder head to engine block. $65 foot-pounds. It says to do it in 3 runs. The first run, 25 foot-pounds over all of them, then hit the next, go over them again at 45, and then the final one at 65 pounds of torque. Foot-pounds of torque.
What?
25, 45, and then 65 for the max for the final run over all of it. You have to torque it down to three times going over it.
Yep.
25 seems for light.
I did mine 4 times. I did like all hand torque first and then 25. I did 4 times when I did them. I know what you're talking about. I had a little kid reading off to which one to do next. It was really cool. He had a blast. Then you go that one next. It's pretty cool. But I just figured I'd share the fun stuff. Did a lot of it. A lot of fun.
Hey, Stacy.
Oh, that ain't good.
Trying to figure out where all the noise
coming out.
What's 25 foot-pounds and inch pounds? Garbage.
Give it there. I'll open up another tab.
Okay, I can hear it now. I can hear it with impact.
Well, hey guys, I'm fixing to call it and go enjoy my Irish dinner. I got corned beef hash, cabbage, and potato.
Good to have you, brother.
All right, brother, take it easy. We're going to get off here.
All right, guys. Oh, y'all have a good afternoon.
You too.
All right. See ya.
Have a good one.
Hey, Stacy. You said, what was that last place you named off in Tennessee you were having to go to?
Beatville.
Okay, because I looked it up. Dolly Parton was born in a place, Sevierville.
That's Steverville. Yeah,
Steverville.
I'm going to Steverville. Sneeddvi.
Oh, okay. I remember I seen, I couldn't remember exactly, but I seen where she was from the other day, and I was like,
yeah.
I thought it sounded funny because I thought she was actually for Pigeon Forge, but she's not, that's just where she got her amusement park thing set up.
Yeah, that's where she makes her money.
Yep.
Well, if it's 300, well, no, it's not equal increment. Never mind. I shit it.
What you needing, Matt?
She's doing the conversion to inch pounds because the only torque wrench I have in the shop is an inch pound torque wrench.
All right.
But she's got it.
It's just multiply by 12.
Thank you.
Multiply times 12.
Welcome back, Lawson.
$25.
I got it.
All right, y'all quit talking about Lonesome. He's back now.
25 foot-pounds is 300 inch pounds.
Yep, 300, 540, and 780.
She's already got it.
Yep.
This woman's like awesome.
Use people's.
Thank you, though, Tracker.
Well, I was looking up several different things, and I didn't realize what you were doing.
I told you multiply it by 12.
We're lazy. We found a converter.
That's what I did. I looked it up on my computer. Oh, man.
I'm just glad my torque wrench, my little torque wrench goes up that high. An inch pound.
Yeah. Where's your big torque wrench, brother?
Huh?
Where's your big torque wrench?
I don't have a big torque wrench.
Oh, man.
My big torque wrench is MIA, has been for about 4 or 5 years. I think I got a little, I think it's a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch impact, and it's in my one of my boxes under my bed with my motorcycle mirrors and some other tools and all that I don't use anymore.
My big torque wrench is locked up at work.
And then mine's in the kitchen.
Mine needs to be in my barn.
Well, you could always use a big torque wrench like what my uncle used to use. It was a 1-inch drive.
Good Lord.
But all his was heavy equipment stuff. The smallest socket for that thing started out, I think, was 1 3/4 inches.
I had one of those with a multiplier on it.
Yeah. Torque multiplier.
Yeah,
Yep.
this one goes up to 250 pounds. I hardly ever use this thing, man. I bought it like back in like 1982, maybe 1981. It's a snap-on torque or a half-inch swivel head. Click tight.
That's the money there, Dino.
Oh yeah, it was back then. $225 back in 1982. It cost me, well, $20-30 a week, whatever I can afford. That's how the tool guys. There was no interest with the tool guys. It was pretty cool, you know. They come in their trucks and no interest. Yeah, they give you the tool, and they know you got a job. They come there and get your money. But yeah, I hardly, you know, I bought it for putting heads on a motor. I did a couple of small blocks. But now it gets used for aluminum tires once in a while.
I bought the 1/4 inch and the 3/8 torque wrench at the parking lot sale here a couple weeks ago, and my son brought his snap-on torque wrenches over to the house. We checked those carbon brakes against the snap-on, and they're dead on. And his torque wrenches are calibrated every 6 months, so I know they're right.
That's what they told me, that I got to get it calibrated. But since I hardly ever use it, and I never really went over, say, 85 foot-pounds with it, I don't think I knocked it out of whack. And it's like brand new still. But eventually, I probably will have to take it in and get it calibrated. You know, they put like some kind of plastic on there, for the calibration, so you don't fuck with it.
Hey, Matt, is that torque wrench kicking your butt?
Yeah, it's tiny.
That's why he needs the big one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be hard because it's short.
Yeah. Wait till you get to 65 foot down.
Yeah.
I am now.
That's why I like this big one. That's what you need. I bought the big one for putting the motor back together.
He'll be putting the cheater pipe on that torque wrench.
Well, he says he's doing a 65 now.
Yeah.
Now he could use that for the intake manifold, but for the heads it should be 1/2 inch drive. A big bed.
Back, y'all.
Welcome back, Greg.
And he's wearing the hillbilly hat.
Hey, boy.
I had to buy a new torque wrench last summer. I was doing the heads on a 06 pickup truck, head gaskets, and it calls for torque angle. So I had to go out and buy me a nice digital one.
Ooh.
Oh,
that hurt the pocket a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have it forever. The thing about it, like I said, back in like 1982, I paid like $225 for a torque wrench, and I only made like 150 a week. Like, holy crap.
Well, everything on the newer vehicles is going to torque angle, so
Yeah, but
I was gonna have to have it anyway. So
yeah. Now they're not that much to me. I mean, that wrench probably is not even as much as what I paid for way back then. I think it's cheaper now.
Well, I think the one I got was $400 and some.
Holy crap! But digital, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Matt, did you put blue Loctite on them bolts before you put them in there?
Hey, they already had sealing on them, son.
Nah, you don't put Loctite on head bolts.
I know somebody accidentally put red Loctite on instead of head bolts one time.
What an idiot.
Really?
Oh. Yeah.
You
I was
would
like,
think it wouldn't last, so I would think it would burn. It wouldn't even last. You get pretty hot. They get hot.
Well, what sucks about the newer vehicles is you can't reuse the head bolts.
No, they stretch.
The aluminum heads, they stretch.
Yep.
Oh, that's a scary thing. You ever do them?
I don't never reuse the head bolt on my head. I might use it in something else. I won't do that.
Those are scary. I did it on my sister's car. She had a Pontiac aluminum head on it. And I bought new head bolts, and you're fighting to a certain torque, and then you turn them like 3/4 of a turn or something like that, and you can feel it give, like it starts stretching. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, that's the torque. That's the torque angle. You torque it to a certain whatever foot-pounds it is, and then take it to a certain degree. That's what's nice about my new torque wrench. It's audible, so when you hit that torque, it makes one sound, and then when you take it to the angle you have set, it'll beep again, and that's where you stop at.
That's cool.
That's
so
crazy.
You tighten it down to torque spec and then back it off on the feet?
No, you tighten the torque spec, and once you hit the poundage, then you go so far past it for the angle to lock it.
Okay.
So many degrees.
Stretches the bolt. Springs it, actually. It springs the bolt.
Yep.
What's going on, Power Band?
And you don't go back over them. Once you set it once, that's done. You don't go back over them.
Then
you know the torque steel bolt too.
Well, with me, if I can afford it, when I got a 302 out there, and I'm thinking about putting in my old 54 F100. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with all new ARP head studs, bottom end studs, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, you can buy the restud kits cheap now.
It'd be a lot easier to work with that way than dealing with bolts.
Yep.
I like my boat.
Make sure you don't lose your nuts.
Hey,
right now.
But it's a toss up right now. I'm contemplating either putting that 302 down in it with a big cam and all, or take that 440 with the 727 torque flat that's in the RV behind my house. It only has 76,000 miles on it. Take it out, roll a purple shaft cam in it, and then stick it down in the old truck.
Bigger's always better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, Puller, that 440 is a steel crank factory 440 with a 4-barrel. It's a 76-year model motor.
Yeah.
I think I'd pick that motor home and be mobile.
No, man. The body and all on it is shot. The inside's all shot. It's basically just sitting there until we can get the motor and stuff out of it.
Make a nice toy hauler.
Dude, you'd have to take the body and all completely off of it and take a different cab and stuff and put on there to even be able to use it. I'm thinking about taking the old 54 and turning it into my toy hauler and not worry about putting the bed on it.
I hear a lot of painful clicks. Well, they look painful.
Look at that expression on his face, man. That little ratchet is working him to death.
Here, you want to borrow my wrench? I'll send it over.
Thanks.
Hopefully you didn't have Mexican for dinner.
Got to put a pipe on the end of that there wrench.
If you see clench up real bad and start running off the screen, you know he's had Mexican for lunch and he's strained too hard.
Yeah.
You know what? He's got fresh elbow grease. I can tell you that right now.
Hey, do y'all remember the pro basketball player Karl Malone played college jazz?
Yep.
He drove a truck in the off season.
Yep.
There is a truck that's right across the parking lot from me just back then. big old big bump. It's got like a 18-foot sleeper on it. It says "Lone Trucking" across the top, and I swear to God, that is him that just got out of that truck.
Shit.
It
If he
could
walks-
be.
If he comes this way, I'm gonna ask him.
Because I don't think he plays ball no more.
No, he hasn't played in years.
But he has his own trucking company.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's him. Look just like him.
Clicking, clicking. I heard clicking. He's clicking. Yeah, the last one.
Cue the Rocky theme.
That's not the
Hey.
last one, man. You got the intake yet, brother.
Hey, look at that. Look how little this thing is.
Yeah, what the?
Hey, at least it went too high enough that you could actually do it.
Yeah.
That was a 12-inch ratchet.
You know,
Yeah.
you can probably all perfectly torqued too, you know, because you can't go wrong with something that's, you know?
I guarantee you, Matt's gonna get home tonight after doing all that, and his arms are gonna be so sore. He's like, I ain't gonna be able to sleep.
Hey, 10.5, baby.
Rosie Palmer's
10.5.
for action tonight is what it is, huh?
See that? From top to bottom, 10.5.
Man, that's good gracious.
That's
That's
a baby.
Hey, but she worked that thing like a hawk.
heck yeah.
What name brand is that one?
It's a harder freight.
Oh, you know you're the good one then.
I know what I'm gonna buy, Matt, for Christmas.
Yeah, it's made in Taiwan. It probably is.
A full-size torque wrench.
Hey, I'm serious. We checked mine against my son's $5 Snap-on concrete, and they were dead on the money. All the prices.
Oh yeah, this thing is, yeah.
I can tell y'all. There were 65 foot-pounds in that bad boy. Every one of them.
Oh, Lordy. I need to see what that one I got is down there. I'll be right back.
Super long one goes to 250 foot-pounds. Super shiny snap nip. I hardly ever use it though. Hardly ever. Couple tires, and that's about it.
Yeah, but when you need it, you got it.
Yeah, if I ever do a motor again, definitely would use it. And like I said, I believe I've never whacked it out of adjustment because I probably never went over 95 foot-pounds. It's rated for 250. It's also a ratchet, too. You can take shit off with it.
Did you buy it on the truck?
Yeah, yep. Bought it off the Snap-on truck.
They'll check those for free, and then if they're out of adjustment, they'll adjust them for free.
Yeah. They fixed one of my ratchets once. Hey, here's something you never do. This is something you never do. I built a ratchet, nice half-inch drive Snap-on ratchet. I was backing up the impact gun, half-inch drive Snap-on impact gun, and backing up the nut with the ratchet. And what happened was it vibrated. It clicked it so fast, it snapped the little flip lever right off of it. Doink, it went flying. And the guy fixed it for free.
Yeah, they carry all that stuff on the truck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he didn't-
good
yeah,
for Will.
I learned it myself. It's like, okay, never back it up with a ratchet. Back it up with a regular wrench.
Hey, you didn't do it for free. You paid for it the first time around.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, it wasn't cheap. Snap-on set. Oh, you know what? I ended up losing that ratchet, though. I took the ball off my truck, and I left the wrench on the bumper and went to the store. Yep.
That's a story. That's one you'll never do again.
Oh, yeah. Freaking $100 wrench gone. Dang. You know, I went down the road later in my moped and shit, shining in the ditches and stuff, looking and stuff. It's like, no, couldn't find it.
Dang.
Somebody picked that shiny thing up. It was super shiny.
Well, I thought my torque wrench was in that box under my bed, but it's not there.
I bought one of those dial ones too because it went lower than this. The only thing with the torque wrench that I bought, it doesn't go lower than 35 foot-pounds. That's the only thing. You can't do, like I said, an intake manifold, you can't do that because the intake manifold's usually like about 25 foot-pounds at max. So that's the only thing. It's only good for 35 up. So I bought one that was weaker. Well, a dial one, cheap. It was Craftsman though, not Harbor Freight. At least I bought a Craftsman one. And it worked, for what I used it for. I still have it.
Yeah, I've got a 3/4 inch drive socket set.
Jesus.
For one of my buddies because he was breaking lock washers on my receiver hitches with the ratchet.
Wow. Yeah, I got a couple of, well, they're big sockets that are 3, and then I bought an adapter so I can use them in 1/2 inch drives because I don't have any 3/4 inch drives yet. But dang, but I do have a couple big sockets. I just got an adapter. And I just use a breaker bar on it and a piece of pipe. That's the other thing. I got a snap-on breaker bar, and then you throw a 2-foot piece of 1.25 pipe on there or something. There you go. You're breaking stuff.
When I worked in the diesel garage, I had all them big things. That shit's too heavy to work with now.
Oh yeah, I don't think I can get it for a big thing. No, now it's just a couple of big sockets. That's about it. Nothing over 10 pounds. Different a lot.
I'm old and lazy. If it don't take, I don't.
I think the biggest socket I still have at work is a 3-inch.
3-inch, yeah. What do I got here? Let's see what I got.
Hey Matt, have you ever put ball joints on a Crown Vic?
Yep.
You ever dealt with a broken ball joint on a Crown Vic?
The biggest one I got is 1 3/4. That's it.
I usually take the fender out of them.
I had to unbolt a ball joint off of a Crown Vic with an open end wrench and I used another wrench as a cheater wrench. I actually bent a 21 millimeter wrench on the flat side, so it's got a bow in it.
Wow.
I mean, I feel sorry for anybody who has to do a job like that.
After you bent it, you figured out you were twisting it the wrong way, or?
No, it was going the right direction.
I could help that one. Sorry. Nobody else laughed. Damn it! I thought I made it funny. But yeah. Yeah, I've split some sockets before. Split some wrenches. Like, usually never use a 12-point on an impact gun. It's going to split it.
Every time.
Yeah. 12 points are used for tight spots and short turns. Not for impacts. Broke a couple. Now I never do it again. Actually, my snap-on gun sucks.
It don't matter to me. I'll grab whatever socket's handy. I'll put it on the impact. If it breaks, I return it.
Yeah.
Or do like a buddy of mine done. He take his sockets, find a piece of pipe that it just will slide over it, and tack weld that pipe to it, and then use them until they bust.
Most of my stuff now at work is either Craftsman or Napa, old Napa or Carlisle. And if I bust one, I call up the Napa store, tell them what I need, and they have it to me in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, Napa's got some good stuff actually.
Yeah, now that they switched over to Carlisle.
Well, people can say what they want to about the Duralast tools at AutoZone. I've only broken one, and I carried it in there, and it was obviously abused. And they didn't give me no question. They gave me a new one right there.
They did good with their warranty.
Yeah, I still have an old set of Buffalo tools. They're made in Japan, and them things are some of the hardest ones I've had. And I've had Snap-ons.
I remember those.
All
Those
them.
when the Cummings tool sale, they at the Legion Lodge or whatever. I know what you're calling. Yeah, Buffalo brand. I remember that light blue color, right?
These are in a green box, and they came from Big Lots.
Big Lots, okay. But they used to have these little tool sales at like Legion Post, I don't know, whatever they call it, where people do charities stuff,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember them. Buffalo, yeah. Don't buy the drill bits though. They suck. You can't even drill wood with it and they dull instantly. I went to drill a piece of metal and it's like, yep. They didn't even make a little dent in it.
Well, I bought these when I was still back in high school, before I even had a driver's license. And I've used the shit out of them. And it says right on it, made in Taiwan. And I swear, some of them things are as hard as my Snap-on ones I had.
Did it say Drop Forge Taiwan?
Yeah, I think it does say Drop Forge Taiwan. I'd have to look at them again.
You know what? They were a combination open box wrench set in a plastic pouch. Because I bought something like that at a flea market, and yeah, I still have some of the wrenches, and they are like indestructible. I couldn't believe it. All it says on mine was Drop Forge Taiwan, or Maxim. It's called Maxim. There we go.
These were socket sets, and they come in quarter, 3/8, and half. And I bought all 3 sets in one kit, and that was my very first set of sockets I bought myself.
And they still work good. Cool.
I don't have them all still, but
yeah. I don't have all of any of my. Even missing. I had to buy new Snap-on wrenches. Well, I believe my one stepson there lost a 14 millimeter. And when I went to buy a new one from the Snap-on guy, it's not the same looking anymore. And I can't get one exactly. They were the extra long, open in box, slim, combination metric wrenches. 14 millimeter was a bicycle fucking size,
Yep.
Oops, sorry for making a bad F word.
So that's what's kind of bad now. My one toolbox at work is all Napa, the old Napa brand. There's nice, shiny, smooth finish chrome. I can't get those no more. When I break something, it's the Carlisle that they're replacing them with, and they're a totally different looking design and don't match. And
my wife don't get it. She'll walk out and look at my toolbox. Everything laid out, everything matches. All the Duralast in one row, Cobalt one row, Craftsman one row, Snap-on, everything in a row. And yeah, why do you go through all this trouble to make sure your tools match? I said, why do you go to all the trouble every morning to make sure your clothes match?
Yep.
Well, I like for everything to be coordinated. I said, well, like your clothes to match, I like my tools.
Well, my one box at work was supposed to be a Snap-on box. I had everything laid out, picked out, everything listed, what I needed, what I wanted, everything. Talked to the Snap-on guy a couple of times. The day he stopped by to take the order, he wanted a check for half the box or half the amount. I said, that's not how we work. I said, we buy through PO. We've talked about this. You agreed to that. Oh, no, I have to have a check today. I said, bud, see you later. Called Napa up, and within 2 days, they had my full toolbox sitting there.
Nice.
I have a goal that the one bay in my shop that I actually turn wrenches in is 30 by 40. and the small wall is the back wall. And I want a toolbox. I want a toolbox that's 30 foot long and 6 foot high. I want to go all the way across the back wall. I don't care if it's U.S. General, whatever, but I want them all the same color. I want them to match. My wife tells me I'm crazy. I said, well, if I can accomplish that before I die, you'll be able to sell my tools and live the rest of your life off what you get for.
Definitely. But that was second to the last time the Snap-on guy ever stopped at my shop. The next time he stopped, he asked if I had the check. I told him no. I said, never come back.
Yeah. I got a Cornwell truck that comes by my shop. And he'll call my wife to see if I'm at home. I done run the Matco, the Mac, and the Snap-on guys off my shop.
We fixed to set that. We fixed to set that last, boys. Fix to set that preload. Go ahead. Y'all do what y'all gonna do.
I just glad that Stacy said Cornwell and not something else.
Well, I ran the Cornwell guy off too, and now I can't get tools replaced. I've got about a dozen different sockets, wrenches, extensions, stuff like that. I need all replaced, and I've called him 5 or 6 times to come replace them, and he keeps telling me he's going to stop, and he never does. I'm about ready to get on and get a hold of corporate and find out how I get them replaced without having to go through that truck.
You know what works well, Ed? Make a YouTube video and then email the video link to the corporate.
Well, I was told I'm not allowed to do YouTube videos at work.
Some work won't
have
let
to
you do
it at work. You can do it at home. Just take your tools that are broken home with you and do a YouTube video at home. So, you know, I'd love for Cornwell to step up and honor their warranty and then send the link of the video to corporate.
I might have to do that. What sucks is a friend of mine lives far enough away that he has a different salesman, and he said something to his salesman about it, and his salesman said, let him know what salesman it is and give him the tools. He'll replace them and charge them to the other salesman. So I just got to either get the video made or get the tools to my buddy. He's about an hour and a half away. And what's that?
I would do both.
I might end up doing both. I've already replaced. What sucks is I've already replaced the tools with Carlisle's. You know, I couldn't wait around for him to get with me. So that's one thing I don't like about the tool trucks. You break something, I'm not a big enough customer that they won't make special trips and stop. It has to be on their weekly run. Well, I can't wait a week to get my tools and stuff replaced.
Well, my daughter-in-law's dad is the Cornwell dealer. The only thing I buy from Cornwell is my electronics kit.
Well, David.
My cousin's a Matco dealer. He wants to get into my shop so bad, but it's not his area.
That's sweet. That is sweet.
They might be headed somewhere.
Don't send me shopping.
Yeah, the wife is out with her checkbook. With her checkbook, I should say.
Oh.
Hey, Matt, what header gaskets are you using on that?
Yeah, he saw it.
Whatever I have over here on the shelf.
Hey guys, it's 8:30 here. I'm gonna get out of here and get ready for work tomorrow. It's been great chatting with y'all, and we'll see you all Friday night, if not before.
All right,
man, with us.
Later,
Yep.
Ed.
Thanks for having me.
Later,
In case everybody don't know, we got our Sunday night stream. We always do. And then Wednesday night, we got Nate, Go Karts Gone Fishing. He starts his stream at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or no, Eastern Time.
Yep.
And then we've got Jay, Tractor 5474 on Thursday nights. And then we've got Force of the Shop on Friday nights at 8:30 Eastern Time. Is that right, Jay?
Yeah.
And then we have our Friday night stream at between 8 and 9 p.m. Central Time, right back here every week.
Yep.
Brandon with PS Small Engine is doing the Saturday stream.
Yeah.
They're Mr. Gasket Ultra Seals.
Did BS pick a time and date?
He said he's gonna start doing them on Saturdays.
Okay. Did you pick a time slot?
I think he said 8.
Okay.
Hey, Stacy, I found something I forgot I had. Can you
What's
tell me
that?
what that is, Stacy?
That's the airbrush. That's old Pache, ain't it?
No, it's a cheap
the name?
knockoff. It's a cheap knockoff, but it actually it's a good, pretty good one. I hadn't used it yet. I used another one that's just like it. I forgot I had it. It was down here in the bottom of my drawer, still sealed up in the box.
Oh, I got something back here in the back. I want to show you.
I got a bunch of the. It's the whole kit.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
I figure I'll tinker with it eventually. As soon as I get my air compressor fixed.
Did you hear me, Stacy? Stacy ain't listening.
I think he got in the back of his truck for a second. He's away from his mic.
I don't know how many of y'all. I guess I better turn my camera on.
Yep. What you say, Breezy?
Have y'all seen this one yet?
That is wicked.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yep, that's looking smashing.
Heck yeah.
I know where that picture come from. That looks great. Very wicked stuff.
It's not done yet.
As soon as I get a tank for the fat cycle, I'm gonna have to box it up and ship it to you with a drawing of what I want airbrushed on it.
All right.
But I ain't gonna be in no rush on getting it back. Just take your time and do it whenever you got free time and feel like it.
Well, in my paint studio, which is this room, you got a deadline, send it to somebody else.
My deadline is the day that it makes it back to my door. I'm in no rush. I'm working. I'll be working on Stacy time. It gets here when it gets here.
Airbrushing is a hobby. It's not a job.
Exactly.
To me, anyway.
Speaking of hobbies, look at Trax over there.
Dadgum, he's got that bike tore all the way down just about it.
Where'd they go?
Hey guys, I have a thought. I'm thinking about the extra stickers that I've got from when I got people sending stickers. I'm thinking about sticker bombing the motard. Just putting everyone's channel stickers all over the bike.
Hell yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'll have to send you some more stickers.
Yeah, I was sitting here looking at it, and I'm thinking, I could just get all those extra stickers and sticker bomb this thing, just being stickers. So
Heck
much
yeah.
real estate on it.
Hey, Stacy, we're gonna have to do the same thing for Aussie land as we're doing for the people across the pond.
Yeah, I got to give me a little bit. I did like 6 stickers today.
Yeah. It's something that you, David, and I will have to work on getting put together.
Yeah. Oh, you got them covers looking nice.
Heck yeah.
David seen what they look. David noticed what they look like. He was looking at this one.
Uh-huh.
Is that like Pontiac blue? Did Chevy use that?
Yeah.
It looks like a small block.
Small block 305.
Oh, they did use the blue covers on a 305. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I painted them. But yeah, they were. I think so. Hell, I don't know what factory. GM colors.
Send me a setup, Matt. I'll flame them out for you.
What do you say? I couldn't do that, Twisty, because if they ever got freaking damaged, I'd be mad.
Oh, it's just paint and hand it off and redo it.
It ain't for me. I'd have to get a set, send you a set that I'd want to hang on the wall or something.
Yeah.
I might do that. Hey, I got a set of V6s over here on a locked up engine I might send you. Sand them down and
Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever base color you want on.
You can always make you a small block coffee table.
yeah, true.
I guarantee nobody ever walk off with it.
No. I bet you know Ray Hill when they stub her toe on it, though.
Ooh, she can get over it. I love you.
Do like Chong in that one movie. Pipe the exhaust over to your neighbor's house.
See,
and fire it up and kill the flowers with it.
Matt gets off easy. He get out of it with I love you. I got to go buy time to get out of it.
I've got a bit of a hint for you all too. When you repurpose a container, make sure you write on it. So I went and grabbed this. I was going to use it wax and grease, and I thought, oh, that's a funny colour for wax and grease remover. It has a sniff of it, and it's 2-stroke fuel.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
That's the way it looks like. 2-stroke fuel.
2-stroke fuel for the
50
for the
to 1.
chainsaw.
Yeah, 50 to 1, 48 to 1, something like that.
Yeah, 40 to 1, I think.
Yep.
I mix it all 48 to 1.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all happy with that. Although I have a really old chainsaw somebody gave me, an antique Craftsman. It actually says right on the top, 20 to 1 SAE 30. No kidding. It doesn't even say 2-cycle. It says SAE 30. And I tell you what, you want to talk about compression? Holy crap. She's a 2-hand one, stand on it and pull it. But I did get it running once, yeah. Louder than hell, too. Holy crap. Never heard anything. And it vibrated. Your hands numb after like 10 minutes of using it.
Yeah, it ain't no rubber mounts on that engine.
No rubber. Yeah, it's solid aluminum or magnesium. No, it's a hang on the wall thing. Can't really use it.
Tortilla in the house.
Bought a newer Husqvarna. Now that's comfortable.
What you say, Fotia?
Y'all go hit that thumbs up for us.
Heck yeah. Smash that thumbs up button.
Yeah, because I'm only looking at 26 on the page.
26.
Did I do it already? I don't know if I did it already. I can give it 2 of them.
That's what I'm thinking. 26. Refresh.
Refresh. Yep, 26 is what I'm showing.
Wait, we're gonna go up one. Oh, I already got it on that one. Dang, let me switch my channel. See if we can get it to go one more. Which account?
All right, y'all. I'll be back in a second.
We'll be here, Jay.
No, I did give it on both my channels. I gave it 2 thumbs up already. That's all I can give.
Well, I've already went to the Small Engine Nation channel, so it's at 29 now.
Where's Brad at? I gotta have my thumbs down.
I'm showing 30.
It's one on there now.
29. Oh, 29 on the one and 30 on the other. Yep, 30. I showed 30. 14 watching.
Huh? Oh.
14 watching, 30 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down.
Who the hell would give it a down? That's what I'm wondering. I always get one on my channel now, too.
It's
like,
a
yeah, we're not really saying anything political or anything like that either. It's funny. Who would give it a down? We're just talking about motors and stuff.
We have our fan clubs.
And we got a small block on screen once in a while, which is pretty cool. Small block Chevy on the engine stand, going together.
Hey, I was in the car 3 days ago.
I got a built-in inch-pound wrench in my forearm. That's what I use for the intake manifolds, and those too. Built-in torque wrench.
Hey, Bone Daddy, I know who that is, by the way.
Yeah. You guys, anybody that works on engines, you got a built-in torque wrench in your forearm. It's built right in, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Always get up into the head. Except for the heads. The heads, you need accuracy. Because that's some banging going on in there. Some hard banging.
And I
Harry, I always go to your screen when I see it pop up.
that Fat Cycle was a marvelous machine. Marvelous machine.
Where's the Fat Cycle?
That's Tractor's creation. He built that thing from the ground up. It's a chopper. It's got a long rake on it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got a 5-horse Briggs and it does over 45 mile an hour.
Long don't even begin to describe that one.
45 degree rake. It's got a 45 degree rake on it.
And if everybody don't know Dino, everybody should be checking Dino out. He's good people.
You got that right, I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm just funny.
Yeah, I went in the hangout the other night there, Dino, and I subbed up everybody that was in there.
Boy, I got a cool thing to show you guys. There's some RC people out there and stuff like that too, like and drone people and everything. You know, there's all kinds of stuff. I got the coolest old RC. It's not even RC, but it's an old gas-powered car. I got to show you. You guys probably seen it. Someone did. I used to have 2 of them. I used to have 2 of these things. I blew one of them up on the 4th of July with an M80. Oh, man, yeah, it just disintegrated. The engine spun around in the street with the tires on it after the whole body blew apart. It was really hilarious, except for it sucked and it ruined it. But I got another one. Let's see if I can get it out. Check it out, man. This is a gas-powered, it runs on a fishing line.
Goes around in a circle.
Yeah, it's got the little old, whatever they are, 05 Cox motor, low plug,
Let's get in here.
nitro. But the one I blew up used to have a parachute on it where it reached a knot, and it runs on a fishing line. And then you put a knot in the line, and then the knot would hit this lever, and pop a parachute out and shut the engine off too. It was pretty cool. But I blew it up like a kid, you know.
What an idiot.
Uh-oh, the wife's home. I'm in trouble now.
Not Dino. Dino would never act like a child.
Nah, I'm not in trouble. She's home though. I heard the car. I heard the Subaru Boxer pull up.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to jump off here. I gotta get ready for work.
That's Dusty. Man, my hands are dirty now.
How you going, David?
David,
right.
you have a good one, brother.
I'm gonna shut down here in about 10 minutes anyway.
Bye, David.
Y'all take it easy.
Take her easy. Man, I just lost a fingernail on that one.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm gonna cut the rest of it so it doesn't catch it and tear some flesh. Cut it quick. Right? You always keep a nail clipper in your garage because when you're working on shit, you cut your fingernail on some sharp stuff, tears it, and if it gets into the flesh, the cuticle, it's gonna hurt. So you gotta cut it off right away.
I got 3 pair of clippers right here.
Yeah, it's cool. See?
Right here.
I love it.
Not a lie, there's 1 pair in the back.
Go see? Oh,
What
you
about
got toenail. I got to get toenail clippers because you never know when you got a problem in your shoe. Dang. That's cool. Yeah, you need that stuff, man. Yeah, like I said, I bet you if I didn't do that, I'd probably.
I got these here too.
That's cool.
I do a lot of machining and stuff in the house.
We used to, yeah.
Little slivers of metal in my hands and stuff. All the time picking a piece of metal out of my hand. Because my dumb ass won't wear gloves.
I remember my mom, when I was younger, my mom got some rust out of my eye with a magnet. I had to wait like almost an hour before she came home from shopping. That's why I hate doing exhaust systems. The rust gets in your eyes no matter if you're wearing glasses or not. Yeah, it hurt like hell, man. The magnets were good. You know, nowadays, we got super strong magnets.
Well, my problem is I'll get them little shards of metal on my hands and then I'll rub my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Fatia, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Rubbing your eyes with metal?
No. Sharpening a pocket knife.
Oh, cool.
He never did answer me, did he?
Come on, this whole work one.
What's that, Matt?
It's got like a blade, little 3-inch blade on one side. Then on the other side, if I can get it to close, you can't open both at the same time. You got an actual like utility razor knife. The Stanley.
You know,
that's pretty cool. Nice work knife. Sits here. I was just eating chicken with it. Using it like a fork.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I see some exhaust headers going on. Oh my.
Oh man. Gotta make it look like something.
Hey Jay, do you remember the little lunchbox oven?
Although it's gotta take the valve covers off to put the intake manifold
Lunchbox
on.
oven.
Yeah, it looked like a little lunchbox with the cord about it. It looked 12-volt oven.
I think so, yeah.
We gotta pick on them
For cooking in your truck is like a slow cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a slow cooker. I mean, it's like a oven. That thing is hot. Mine burned up. I'm trying to find another one. Now, I've looked there for TA and Petro on the way up here. And I ain't been able to find one.
Want me to look online, see if I can find you one?
I can get it on Amazon. I done looked.
Hey, Stacy, do you need an easy bake oven?
No, I don't need 100-volt light bulb.
My sisters had those, and when they weren't home, I fucking made a fucking cake and ate it out of their thing, and they were all pissed off that it was missing and shit. You know, it's like, and I did it. He's all I gotta do is instructions. Fuck, I had it at Rexer sets and stuff like that.
Greg's making fun of me though, but I cook cornbread in that thing all the time.
There's nothing wrong with an easy bake oven.
No, I got my easy bake oven.
I'm talking about the lunchbox oven.
No, I'm not making fun of the lunchbox oven. I'm just saying an easy bake oven might be a substitute if you can't find something else.
Oh yeah,
I'll find one. It just went out the day before yesterday. I'll find one. If not, I'll order one when I get home off Amazon.
You could always make another one, Stacy, by putting a metal coffee can on the exhaust manifold.
Hey, Jake, see that tank in the light?
Yeah. That thing's shiny.
I don't think.
Hey, Stacy.
Yeah.
Did you you were in the military, right?
Yep.
Did you ever have any family that was in the Navy back in the 60s and 70s?
I had several officers.
Do you remember them carrying one of them around?
Swiss Army knife.
It's not a Swiss Army knife. It's an actual military Navy knife. The spring's about wore out on this one. My dad used to carry it.
Cool.
On the other side, it had the hook blade on it.
I've got Grandpa's Swiss Army knife when he was in World War II.
Yeah.
I've got his old Swiss Army knife.
This was my dad's. It was from the military and all, but it was made by Schrade Walden.
Yeah.
Stainless steel.
The one I got from Grandpa, it's still got pieces of corkscrew when he was over there.
What the heck is going on over there?
Matt, are you dropping them into oil drums?
I hear a Whoa. Definitely some activity going on that we can't see. Maybe we should.
Hey, just don't do like we used to do when I was little. My granddad had a bunch of, because he worked at a what they call a tank plant for making propane tanks, stuff like that. And for some of the stuff that they'd get in would come in 55-gallon drums with the metal lids and the rings. So he'd get all the empty 55-gallon drums he wanted. And we had a whole fort set up with them and had ramps set up. We get bored. We'd climb in one of the 55-gallon drums and lay on with it on its side and lay down in it, leave the lid off of it, and go rolling down the ramp and all. Man, you get out of that thing, you'd be so dizzy.
Jeez.
We did crazy stuff when I was little.
I like getting dizzy. If you look at my last video, I got dizzy with the RCR.
I was playing hide and seek with my niece here a few weeks ago.
Well, the barrel's got to be painful.
One of them went climbing in a 55-gallon drum. The other one put the lid on it.
Oh, Jesus!
And I didn't even know there was a damn ring there for it. But he put the ring on the barrel. And I don't know. I hunted for her for a good 20 minutes. I wonder if she was suffocating that damn thing.
Damn. Yeah.
So I took the rings and hung them up off the sleeping rafters so the girl couldn't get to them.
Bad seeds. People that torture other people are bad seeds.
That's got a start of an edge on it. I don't remember the last time this daggum knife ever got sharpened.
So you got to put the strap to it to get it razor sharp.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Ooh, I got a cool one up here somewhere.
The last one I sharpened and put it on a leather strap.
Pinky thing. Yeah, the leather strap thing is good.
Ooh, it was so daggum sharp. I believe you can split hairs with it. But I made a mistake and let a friend of mine use it, and I told him, I said, watch out, it's sharp. And he went to run his finger across it to test it and about cut his finger wide open.
This thing's got cool looking pearl. Oh, it's really dinky though. It's no bigger than your thumb.
Hey, I like using them little short knives like that when I'm skinning deer out.
I got this from what the hell would it be? A deceased ex-stepfather-in-law? I don't know what you would call it. But it's made in Pakistan, though, man. It's a Pakistani terrorist little knife. Stop it! You gotta watch out. The FBI is coming. Pakistani knife. Pretty cool looking thing, though. I got it. I like the pearl stuff. Isn't it really neat? Like really pearly. Very nice. Brass, and I don't know what the blade is. I imagine it's stainless. It just says Pakistan on it. Pretty cool. Very old.
What do y'all think about moving the live stream back an hour on Monday? Instead of starting at 5, started at 6.
Hey, that's fine. It's whatever you want to do. I'm there with you for no matter what.
All right, who's scrubbing rust? Somebody's scrubbing rust with a wire brush. I hear it.
Yeah, probably
wire brush.
You'd be wrong.
No! Oh, it's a scraper. Dang! What is that?
It's a matter of crack.
Your razor blade.
Well, you're scrubbing something, though. Kinda.
You're scraping intake gaskets, probably.
Header.
Golf gaskets.
Yeah. Nice header.
Stainless steel. Now it's all blue.
Guys, we've been on here 3 hours, and I am extremely tired. So I'm gonna cut this thing off, and we will see y'all Friday. Thank y'all.
All right, man.
All right, Stacy.
All right, everybody. I put a link in the chat for the fundraiser thing that go-karts and motorcycles and etc. is a part of. So if you guys click that, it'll take you right to the donation page.
Guys, we'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for coming. Just bring it.
All right, man. See you, Stacy.
All
Hey,
right,
man.
Stacy, have a good one.
Thanks for letting me in here, man.